EFG is 27%. That's higher than his regular field goal percentage, brother.
Oh no.
He shoots like 23 from the field. Miles. Alright.
What do you want me to say? I'm telling you what he does well, and you're laughing.
But I see it in my face. I don't care. I'm a box score watcher, bro. There's no way he does anything good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm telling you what he does well, and everybody would agree with me. You know, if you just watch him. I'm just saying. You know, I'm aware. Yes, Austin. He is a bottom. Yeah, he's bottom 5 offensive player in the league. All right, there's not too many worse offensive players.
Miles, bottom 5 out of 400 people.
Yep.
I mean, there's probably like there's got to be like hundreds of other people in the world better at offense, right?
Yes.
But I mean, yeah, you know, not every guy in the league needs to, you know, he's a role player. I get it. You know, so you got to do it.
Yeah, he plays his role.
There's no way anyone guards him anyway.
Well, yeah, the 3 that he made in the final.
We got number 3 Oklahoma State playing against Oklahoma.
Bringing it back.
In the Bedlam series here.
Good job by the coverage.
The Turner's gonna get the ball. Bring it out.
So Oklahoma's offense is going to be backed up
thanks
to that lackluster return. The whole perception of how successful your season is really depends on how you handle this game, how you handle Bedlam.
Man, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, 2 teams that simply do not like each other. The emotion always runs so high, and historically, David, this has been a game that has massive conference implications.
Well, and you think about the state of Oklahoma, all the fans, the division amongst each other, so much juice coming into this game. Got to handle the nerves well and start fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Back to pass, it's Arnold.
Back here.
Right down the middle. He makes a catch.
And somehow fitting that ball.
Got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with the first
down.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most. He lets one fly deep. Reels it in down the left side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by. And I think that's how defenses treat this guy, too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Going with the counter play here. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided
Oklahoma just keep rushing this defense here.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right.
Gonna tackle him in the back end for a loss of
lose a yard on that one. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting.
And Arnold getting the sack in the backfield for a loss of a 7.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3.
And 15.
And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Now we're going to see the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense going here.
Set to go.
I know one thing this head coach
does
every
week
is
he
challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. Nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown.
Ali Gordon is stuck with Nick Martin.
He's got players of the day. That's a statement for the visiting team.
So Oklahoma State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today.
And Gordon will get the ball on the first play.
We take a look at
our get a gain of 2 yards.
For this one. What are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make play.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. bounced right back to them.
The offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punt maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown!
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
You'll call for the fair catch here. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision making. You decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Dropping back, it's Bowman. Fires to the middle.
Fine section across the middle. Getting it to their own 33 now.
Get it to the 33.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Then a fine section across the middle.
They stop him
Very
immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Oklahoma State got a rare but most satisfying close victory the last time they saw the Sooners.
And it was such a big game for the Pokes, and you got to feel great if you're their coaching staff watching how their team responded late in the game when it was on the line. They were able to make those plays. David, they know they're expecting another dogfight today.
Yeah, it's big for their confidence, but when you get a win,
coming out in empty here, gonna find 4.
You've got that confidence.
Get a gain of 8 on the play.
Do this, so
And
they're
this will
looking to
take it
build
to
on one and get 2 in a row.
We're through
Oklahoma
one, and
State
what a
fell out in the
back-and-forth
first
battle
half.
between
In the
these
first
two
quarter.
quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They keep attacking through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field.
Hit my receiver.
Tried to extend the play but just couldn't find anybody
He
open.
hit
Boy, they'd love to pick up
my
this conversion
receiver.
and go to work with a first and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to run for it.
Getting the
he'll be
first
taken
down.
down, but he does
First
have
and
enough
goal.
for the first down.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at
Gets the
this
ball,
point.
runs it to the outside, and gets into the end zone.
Touchdown,
Third
Cowboys!
touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10
There's
to 7.
5:31 left in the
Almost
second
ready
quarter.
to kick it away
Oklahoma
after
giving the
scoring
ball
a
back.
touchdown.
Up by 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to...
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown Sooners. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
That was a bullshit touchdown.
This offense is high octane.
Had
boy.
no
You just saw it.
business.
Not
Had
a lot of
no
time
business.
needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Kennesaw State has the lead right now.
Kennesaw State. We talking about Kennesaw State right now?
They
Really?
just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today.
They're only up by
They won
3.
by a field goal over Sam Houston. For now, it's back to you
Get
fellas.
his
Of
arm,
course,
dude.
if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin
Ain't
will
no
be keeping
scoot
an
on
eye on
that run
everything
there.
going on
Gonna
elsewhere.
find his tight end
Just a
again.
short pass to the tight end. And he
Three
laid
of
the
seven
lumber
on
to stop him from getting
catch.
the first down. It's third down from their own 34 as they
No,
try to
they're
keep
gonna
the
rush
drive
here.
moving. Looking to pass. It's Bowman.
And Bowman finds
Quick
Presley on the
completion
speed
out
out.
route. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down.
Gonna find
Fires to the
Stewart.
big fella. Defense
Stewart
caught
getting it
out of
across the 50 to
position,
their
and they
own
get him
38.
down finally at the 38. And the Cowboys are on the move.
Gordon
They'll
on the ball
try the
here.
run. They bring him down, and he's going to
It's
lose the
tackled for a
yard on
loss
that
of
one.
one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On second down, he'll fire. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Oklahoma has dominated this rivalry, guys, so much so that it almost seems like just a relief to the Sooners when they win.
Up to this point, Reese, no doubt, Oklahoma,
Fine,
they
Titan
have
gonna get the
this
first
series against
down.
their in-state rival. But David, you know, in rivalry games, you got to throw the records out the window because of the emotion that's played on game.
So much emotion, so much hatred. You throw it out, but
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking to throw on second down. They're working that left
And
side.
find Stefan.
Finally
Getting
run
it
out of
up to
bounds,
the
but he
12.
has his offense rolling with a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. It's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job.
Bowman pushing up a
And
play,
that's a
and
live ball behind
my
the line.
goodness.
Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You fucking kidding me right now, bro.
By the defense with their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation. They're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
Scanning the field, it's Arnold. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on that side. So through the offense, you continue seeing that coverage.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on second down from the 13. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Dances away again. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Let's try this again,
The
bro,
Sooners
because
decide to punt it
I
away.
like him.
This will be their first punt of the afternoon.
Presley getting the ball. And find some
Running it
running
back,
here.
it's Presley.
Presley going to get it to at least a 44 before going out of bounds.
Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
What the
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if
Trying to get behind the defense.
And he gets it to the end zone! Driving for the touchdown! And Oklahoma State down by 3 with 12 seconds left in the second quarter.
They got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the returner is stopped. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
You're not getting beat.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, what a move!
And this is going to take us to the third quarter. Oklahoma State Cowboys get the ball to start off with the kick with the third quarter. And Green back to Steve.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little
Gordon finding some running room and getting it first down and more.
Physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half.
On the drive route, and Checkman really across the 50 to their own 46.
Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dealing some
throw the ball away.
The defense gets to the quarterback.
I said throw the ball away, bro. Why would it not throw the ball away?
Putting paper and plastic and sack.
And how about the speed on defense with that rush, getting to the QB so quickly? You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle.
Finding yards, getting it first to the 4th and 1 here.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, they're taking to the
Gonna find Presley, and he gets the first down as he gets the toe down.
He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you can
Finding
tell.
Owens
He threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And the Cowboys trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Gordon gets the ball in wide open up the middle. The end zone for his second touchdown on the day today.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith.
Oklahoma State goes up 21-17.
He can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Achuk. I know he thinks he
Green
can
stopping the
return,
runner
but sometimes
from
you just
more
have to
yards.
take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on 1st down.
And Arnold getting hit for a loss of 6 yards.
They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Just gets rid
And a screenplay, but Clay having opportunity to get a kick in the end zone, but now I'm going to go for the ball here.
Here comes the noise, backing this
and Oklahoma State getting loud now.
Quarterback moving.
And the quarterback getting surrounded by the defense, getting sacked for the 4th time today. 4th and 19, and the punt team comes out.
3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball.
And Presley back there see the punt.
Disaster is the best thing. The punter
Presley has some running room, gonna get it.
Little pressure on the coverage team.
2 yards short
stop him at the 47-yard line.
The 50, starting at the 47.
Pistols firing on offense. They unleashed
Get
an
motion in the
aerial
backfield.
assault
And
last
get the
time
ball.
and took them right to the end zone,
Oh
David.
my
So,
goodness.
Reese, with that drive, I think you've
Boy,
accomplished something you wanted to
now, I
accomplish.
know.
Make this defense think. You
This
put them
guy's my
back on
witness.
their
I
heels. Now,
know you saw that man
Palmer, you
coming.
might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third.
Finding Shetcher on the jugger and getting the first down here.
And that's a live ball. Defense just cradling.
He was down. Challenge.
Securing it. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look.
Don't try and play
This
me.
coach wanted to
Don't
be
try and play me.
absolutely
You
certain
can't play.
on a challenge.
You can't play the player
He
here.
was right. The
No
previous
sir,
play will be overturned.
First down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a
They're
first
starting
down.
at the own 36. Gordon gets the ball and
he
gets
does a
8
really
yards.
nice
You
job
know what the crazy part
finding
is?
open
I had a
space and
feeling.
making a
I had a
good game
feeling they was
before the
going
stop
to
is
try
made.
and give him a
Got
cover
8
here.
on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback
I
checking
wouldn't be
off.
prepared.
To the air. It's Bowman.
Owen getting the fast route
That's
right
where
here.
they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. The give
Gordon
to the
gets the
tailback.
ball. And fighting for
There to
yards
make the
here. Give
tackle,
him
and with that,
gain
we'll
of
head to the
3
fourth
on the
quarter.
play.
Guys, that's
Well,
the end
we're
of the
in the fourth
quarter, and
quarter here.
Oklahoma State has the
Oklahoma
lead
State
here. And
trying
as
to
we
get
switch
back
ends of
to
the
their
field,
end
let's
zone.
take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw.
Gonna find Shetcher
Makes
across the
grab on
middle.
left. They go up
Will
top
this
to
guy
get it
the
down to
first
the
down, man?
5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy
It
pitch,
looks like
easy
the defense
catch.
gonna bring some pressure
On
here.
3rd and
Gordon
short,
up the
they
middle
keep it on the
into
ground
the
here.
end zone for the
And he
third
takes it
time
down.
today.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Putting Oklahoma State
That ought to be
up
enough to make this lead
28 to
insurmountable, and
17
with
now.
it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. If you want to know
Whoa,
how to reach
whoa,
this guy,
don't
just
try and
send his
jinx
mail
us.
to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be
Oh,
getting
put
sick
his
and
butt
tired
down.
of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive.
And
nothing
Clay
really
getting
clicked.
off
No
the
rhythm,
tackle.
got off the field
Getting
really,
off the
really
block
quickly.
and
They
getting
need
in
to
that
put something
backfield.
together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sharp. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Sooners in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Using the quick game. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Going underneath 4 minutes now. And this
using his legs as
Oklahoma
strong.
offense is moving the
Able to
ball.
make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 2nd down, just keeps firing.
And Martin going to chase the running back and get a tackle for a loss of 1.
Backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I will say it loud.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here he goes breaking.
And Oliver getting in the backfield and a
forcing. The defense able to scramble him and
a stop on the play.
Daniel back up. Martin back up. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws toward the end zone.
Give me it.
And
What?
he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese. And this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Yes,
but they
sir.
are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard.
3 minutes and 7 seconds. I need your best. Your best for
About
3
to kick
minutes
it away after
and 7
scoring the
seconds.
touchdown.
No fumbles.
On the move from inside his
No
5.
mishap.
Not a
Green
lot of
getting the
space
ball
to be
for
found. Good
21
hustle by the
here.
coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense
Gordon
a rest.
gets the ball and getting a
man.
game
Like,
of
you've played a lot of players, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some
Take
oxygen.
bait.
Now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your
making a
time
tackle.
and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing.
Take this
They're
to
trying to
2
run the
minute
football,
warning.
but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right
2
here
minute
on 3rd
warning.
down.
3rd and 3. Oklahoma
They'll
State
keep it
decides
on
to
the
run the
ground.
ball.
The clock is
Gordon
on their
finds the
side.
running room and getting the
Defense
first
uses the
down on the
timeout
1.
quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Now he's looking to throw it.
Gonna find his wide receiver Owens. Owens breaking and getting the ball to the 45. And that's going to be the game, folks.
Get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's really easy to get caught up in the
Oklahoma
emotion
State
of a rivalry
getting
game.
a
We did.
tight
and
win
certainly
against
this was
Oklahoma,
a
winning the
huge
Bedlam
win.
series.
Yeah, and you started, you
This
circled it,
senior,
ready for
the
this team.
Omen,
This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular.
Gordon getting
Go out and get the
51
dub.
yards,
It's a relief because you
averaging
definitely wanted this
3.8
team.
yards.
And it's
very
bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well?
Shetron leading his wide receiver
365
room
days,
today
you can talk
with
about how you
88
went
yards
out,
on the
you
day.
dominated,
Driving, getting
You're
65
right. A
yards,
lot of these
and
guys are going to go into the NFL.
long
They'll be in locker rooms next year.
touchdown.
They'll be talking
As
about
well.
this for
Only
a long
touchdown
time.
thrown by both.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David
Oh,
Pollack,
getting
our
52
entire
yards,
broadcast team,
Ford
I'm Reese
getting
Davis.
52
This has
yards.
been another
Ford
presentation
getting
of
55
EA
yards,
Sports
yeah.
College Football.
Defense had to find themselves, but in the second half, definitely ended up making up for it. Oliver getting 3 tackles for losses. Martin and Daniels each getting 2 tackles for losses. Walker Street and Clay each getting 1 tackle for losses. Oliver 2.5 sacks in a day. Daniels getting 2 sacks, and then Brown and Walker Street doing half a sack in a day. No interceptions on the day. Wow. Oklahoma State playing their last game of the season, last game home for the season next week against Texas Tech. Let's see if they can win against their rivalry game.